right.
I look forward to working with people, and if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please let me or Barbara know, because we are here to make sure that your questions and your concerns be answered. And I would like to also know, before I introduce, before I have Barbara say something, are there any new members here or returning members from the past? All right, Barbara.
Good afternoon to everyone. I hope y'all can hear me. I cannot shout. I got a little voice and I'm not used to talking. But welcome to each and every one of you. I look forward to working with you that are here in person, as well as all of you that are on Zoom. I look forward to work collaboratively as a team. As we know, as we move forward, nothing can be done by a single person. We don't have no jack of all trades here. We have to depend on one another. We're looking forward to growing the membership of our center. And that means that everybody plays a part. There's no little I's and big U's, we're all the same, amen? All right, that's it for me right now.
I'd like to say something about our members that we lost this month. We have one current member. His name is Richard Wachowski. I would like us to have a moment of silence for our senior member that passed away, please. All right, thank you very much. Now we're gonna have Aaron do the center updates. Aaron, you're on.
Okay, well, welcome to the membership meeting, Lorraine and Barbara, and everybody. Good to see you all here. My remarks going to be short because I'm going to have Gemma's going to be providing most of the updates about what's coming up. But I do have two good big announcements. First, I want to do an introduction. So many of you have seen Winnie Chan around the center or she's here on Zoom, so she might look familiar. But I want to do a formal introduction. So Winnie has been here for a couple months now. Her primary role is to oversee our site in East Harlem, our satellite site at Taft. But she also is helping provide support for our clinical team at Isaacs. So she'll be directly supervising Gloria, our clinical manager, and the social work team. So she'll be providing clinical support for them as well. So you'll see her at Isaacs a couple days a week. She'll be around. And also, as we know, Gloria is, as she announced last month, is going to be on maternity leave soon. So we're expecting that news any day. So in the meantime, Winnie's going to sort of chip in to help out providing support for our social work team. So Winnie, you want to introduce yourself quickly?
Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you, Aaron, for introductions. Like Aaron said, my name is Winnie Chan, and I'm going to be helping out at Isaac Center. I am going to be there on Tuesdays and Fridays. I recognize some of you from the few times I've been there already, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. Please, if you see me, stop by and say hi, introduce yourselves. And I look forward to being there. I'll be there this Friday, so hopefully I'll see you there also. And thank you.
Thanks, Winnie, and we're thrilled to have Winnie on the team. And as she said, that's the Isaacs rule, right? If you see somebody that you don't know or don't recognize, introduce yourself, and try to be welcoming, make sure everybody knows each other and feels comfortable and gets to know everybody that's there. So thank you, Winnie. My next big announcement, this should come as no surprise, but I am delighted to announce that Gemma Marins, our Gemma, has been promoted to the role of Program Director for Isaac Center Aging Services. So let's give a quick sort of round of applause. Thank you to Gemma. She earned this title, this promotion. She steered this ship with me through the worst of the pandemic and helped us get restarted. And she has been working very hard to get this program where it needs to be after a wild couple of years. So what does that mean? So obviously you've seen my role shift over the last year, and Crystal's role has shifted over the last couple of years. And we're still there. So my role now is Associate Vice President. I'm overseeing, I'm directly supervising Winnie and Gemma for Isaacs, and I also have duties across the agency with Goddard. So I oversee the directors of those programs. And that's been, that's been a busy year getting that sort of in place and what that all means and what that looks like here. So as Gemma sort of steps into this new role, she'll have additional responsibilities. She'll be sort of helping to oversee the budget, and she'll be overseeing the team, and ultimately she'll be responsible for the for meeting our contract targets. And that doesn't all land on her. That's the responsibility of all of us, the whole staff and the community and the members, right? So we all have to support her in this role. So I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be around. Right now, I'm here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Isaacs on site, but some other days too when there are events and things happening. So I'm still around, and I'll be helping Gemma get up to date. But I think the most important thing to remember is if you see myself or if you see Rod, you can please tell us what's happening, give us your thoughts, tell us the feedback. But ultimately, Gemma is the person that you want to get that information to. And whether that's through her staff, Gemma's going to be hiring. As you know, Bonnie left, so she'll be hiring. But Gemma is ultimately going to be the director, the person that's going to be steering this. So where you thought of me in that role for a while, Crystal was in that role for a while. Gemma's going to be your primary point person. So, you'll hear from Gemma in a moment, but I want to again say congratulations to Gemma. We've been working towards this. This is well deserved. And I have no doubt that she is going to do an amazing job as the program director. And I ask all of you to be with me in supporting her, in succeeding with that. So I don't think I have anything else to update on. I think that we'll let Gemma take the lead on the rest of the program stuff. But thank you. It's wonderful to see you all. It's a great turnout online and in person. So that's a good thing. And before we go, we'll wish everybody a good summer. But let's all keep it going. So thank you, President. I'll turn it back over to you.
Aaron, Gemma. Now we're going to have program updates by Gemma.
Alrighty. So first of all, thank you, everyone. Obviously, I'm really excited about this opportunity. I actually started at Isaacs as an intern, so I've been able to learn and grow, and I wouldn't have been able to do without the support of you guys and the experience I get just being here with this community. And I can't wait to continue serving this community. So thank you again for the congratulations and the support. So I'm gonna jump right into it. So sorry for you guys on the computer, I'm sitting behind it, but I'm sitting close so you can hear me. So the first thing I want to share is we have 2 dates that are closures. So we are closed on June 20th in observance of Juneteenth. And then we are also closed for programming on the 28th, which is a Tuesday, for elections, for the primary elections, since we're a voting site. So any programs that happen on the 20th or the 28th will be canceled for in-person. Oh, and there's no online programming on the 20th. We'll still have online programming on the 28th. So the self-care group will still meet. Anything that's scheduled for that date is still scheduled. The next updates I have are the special programming. So tomorrow we have the birthday card stuffing and writing. I'll be printing out some messages and set you guys up with envelopes and stamps and all that fun stuff so you can write cards to people, let them know about the birthday party coming up. And yeah, and then the 17th, which is a Friday, oh sorry, that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Then Friday the 17th at 2 p.m. we'll be having our birthday party. So we're back with the monthly birthday parties. They're always the 3rd Friday of the month, unless for some strange reason we're closed on a Friday. So mark your calendars going forward. 3rd Friday of the month is the birthday parties. We will have a nutrition workshop on the 27th. That's a Monday at 1 p.m. That'll be led by Seba, the nutritionist who you see sometimes during grab and go. She's great. She also does a weigh-in every Wednesdays, 11:30, 11 to 12:30. So if you're trying to manage your weight or you have advice from your doctor to manage that, that's a really great opportunity to monitor that and also get nutrition advice. And then the last special programming note is the Ed Rec Committee is meeting on the 30th at 1 p.m. So that's Thursday, the 30th at 1 p.m. And one last thing. We have the book club meeting online. So we just had the past meeting June 6th. The next meeting will be July 11th. And Rhonda, if you want to just really quickly share what that book is.
The new book for July 11th is The Nature of Fragile Things by Susan Messner, and it's at 2 p.m. I'll put it in the chat.
Do you mind just repeating it one more time for the people on the phone or the dining room?
The name of the book is The Nature of Fragile Things by Susan Messner, and it'll be Monday, July 11th at 2 p.m.
So much.
Thank you. And I'll put it in the chat.
Alrighty, and then two other events that are coming up. So you guys know about the Su Casa program. It's a wonderful opportunity provided by the city to provide arts to senior centers. So we have two celebrations coming up. So on June 23rd, the Su Casa playwriting class will be having their celebration, where they will be having, the instructor is having actors come in and read your fellow peers' playwrights, what they wrote up in the class. That will be June 23rd from 1 to 3 p.m. So come and enjoy the work that your peers put together. And then we have another celebration, June 24th, the Su Casa art class. So that's the visual art class. Will be having their exhibit here on the 24th from 1 to 3:30. That's a Friday. So it's a Thursday, the 23rd, and Friday, the 24th. So come and enjoy some art that was made by your peers. Alrighty, next thing on my list. This has been a popular one, and I want to make sure we address it. So first things first, thank you to everyone who's been excited, enthused, wanting to join the trips. Let's keep that momentum going. But I just wanted to go over some of the policies. We've been kind of lenient as we've gone back, as we're coming back, because we're trying to get people engaged. We want to bring people back to Isaac, let them know what's going on, let them know we're here. And sometimes going on the trips is the perfect way to do that. But I want to make sure that we're very clear about what the policies are going forward. So one of the new ones that we obviously didn't have before, and we haven't had for the past trips, but we'd like to start, is providing a negative COVID test. So that can be a rapid test that you get from one of the pop-up sites or an urgent care or an at-home test. So the at-home test can also be done on site, and you can show it to us after you do it, or you can take a picture of it and bring it in. It needs to be submitted either the day before the trip, 3 to 5. If the trip is on a Monday, obviously that makes things a little difficult. We'll figure out, and you'll always get notice of when we need the results by. But for this upcoming trip, we have one on the 15th, the Spirit of New York cruise. If you're signed up and confirmed for that trip, which confirmation calls will be starting soon, so just a heads up, you need to submit your test either the Tuesday before, so next Tuesday between 3 and 5, or the morning of the trip. We'll start check-in at 8 o'clock. Check-in ends around 8:45. So you'll have 3 to 5 on Tuesday and 8 to 8:45 on Wednesday, the morning of the trip, to come and provide us with that. If you do not provide us with a negative test result, I cannot allow you to go on the trip. This is for everyone's safety, since we will be sitting on it still means that you have to wear your mask on the bus, but we just want to make sure if there's a way that we can keep you safe on our end, that we do so. So these are the general trip policies that I wanted to just go over. So the first thing is you must be a registered member at the time of sign up. So I know it's really intriguing to want to, rope your friends in to bring them to the center, and we love that energy, and we're really greatly appreciative that you're proud of this center and you want other people to be involved. But for the trips, the person needs to be registered. I know that that can be kind of difficult because you may not be able to get a registration appointment before the trip, but there will always be other trips. We're not excluding people for any particular reason other than you have to be a member. The other thing, NORC trips are for people who live in the development. We have a lot of new members. We have a lot of people who haven't been here in a while. So I just want to reiterate, we have trips that are specifically for NORC clients, which means that they live in the development. The only reason we have trips that are exclusive is because of contractual obligations. No other reason. If we could invite everyone on the NORC trips, we would, but those are the contractual obligations we have. So another thing, there's no refund for trips, and credits are only allowed in emergency situations. So it's advised that you bring exact change when you sign up for your trip, but unfortunately we cannot issue refunds because if you don't make it to the trip the day of, we have no notice, there's no emergent reason why you can't make the trip, we lose out on that spot. And we want to make sure that people are being held accountable and that if they're taking the spot on the trip, that they're going to go. If they have an emergency, like someone getting sick or someone having to go to the hospital, we can work with you. Of course, that's a legitimate reason to not be able to go on the trip, and we can issue you a credit for whatever trip we have coming up. Sign up is only allowed during sign up time. So obviously you guys know Bonnie has left, so we opened up the time for a little bit wider so that it would hopefully make it easier for Amanda to be able to sign people up. That didn't really go as well. It was a little too wide, a lot too many people. So when we put sign up times on the trip flyer, you have to abide by the sign up time because it's unfair to people who come on the time for that sign up time. And then if you come at another time and you sign up, what if the people waited till the time that they were supposed to sign up and they didn't get a spot? So you must adhere by the sign up time. You also must be present for your sign up. The only exception is if a client lets us know that the aide is signing up for that. And that needs to be established in some way. It can't just be someone that you say, oh, this is my aide and they're gonna come with me. If the excuse is that the person is unable to make it to come sign up, then how are they going to make it on the trip? And there are people who come with their clients who are wheelchair bound to sign them up. So I know it can be difficult, especially if you're just coming for something quick. I try to make the sign up times around lunch, so it's worth your time and worth the trip to come down here. But you have to be here to sign up. You can't sign up for your friends. If you're going on vacation, I'm sorry, enjoy your vacation. People who are here who can sign up, they should get priority because they have the time to sign up.
Husbands and wives.
Even if you're married to someone, they should also be here to sign up because they're also another person that's signing up. And then the last two things, you must adhere to the code of conduct that you signed as a member. So your code of conduct that you signed extends onto the trip. So appropriate behavior. I haven't had any issues, thankfully, knock on wood, with anyone going AWOL on the trips. But the code of conduct that you follow here applies, it extends to the bus and beyond. And the last thing is masks must be worn on the bus or wherever else they're enforced on the trip. And the only other note I wanted to make is that some trips may have stipulations. So we have a lot of trips. There's some trips that are a lot more popular than others. And there may be times where we may incentivize people for the trip. So that you may have to be an active member and we would detail what that means. So it could be you come to program 4 times a month or you attend a program once a week. And that may be something that we instate going forward. So those are my trip policies. Okay, and then my last thing is just making note that the Beacon on 100th Street and First, if you're interested in helping out some middle schoolers that are in summer school, they're looking for tutors who are comfortable with tutoring in history, math, and ELA, so English. If you're interested, let me know, let Amanda know at the front desk, and we'll take down your names, and once we get a little more coordinated with how that'll look, we'll give you a call. It will be at the Beacon site though, so. And those are all my updates. I had a lot.
Thank you, Gemma. Is Crystal around?
Crystal?
Gemma, you had a question on the chat here from Vera specific to the trips, I think.
All right, hold on, let me
Okay.
open that up.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I went on the last trip and it was wonderful. I really enjoyed myself. But I remember when we used to go on trips, we were all told as a courtesy that whatever seat we take on the bus, that's the seat we're supposed to take coming back. Unfortunately, someone took a young lady's seat when we were coming back and she was frantic. She didn't know what to do. So I had her sit with me because the seat next to me was empty. But I just want to put that out there that normally that's what we do. Whatever seat we rode to wherever we were going is the seat we're supposed to take when we're coming back, so that way no one is confused. This lady was totally discombobulated. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know where to sit. She really didn't know. So just sit here with me, so maybe you need to reiterate that and let people know that that's what they're supposed to be doing, because it's a common courtesy. So that way we didn't have confusion. And the other thing was, when we get off the bus, we usually, the front seats, the people start getting off from the front. You don't come rushing from the back to try to get off before them, because it causes confusion again. So I'm just saying that I feel that those things should be reiterated into when we go on trips, so that way no one is smited in any type of form.
Thank you. I'll make note of that. So I try to avoid instating seat rules because we're all adults here, but that is a fair thing to say. I think if you're on the bus trip and you're sitting in a seat, try to remember what seat you're on so you sit in the same seat. If you need me to write it down for you, I'll write it down for you, because I know that is also a common issue. All the seats look the same. So you get on the bus and you're like, oh, it's a seat. So I will work on that for the next trip. If you feel like you need me to write down your seat number for you, let me know and I'll write it down for you.
Just make an announcement when we're, just before we get
Yeah.
off, just to reiterate that we have to take our same seats.
Yeah. So I will.
Well, Gemma, the seats are actually numbered. Right
Yeah,
above your seat, there's 2 numbers.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, you remember the bus you got to get back. So remember your seat number. It's as simple as that. That's what we've been doing for years. And I believe that everyone that goes on a trip can do that.
Write it down.
There you go.
Yeah, so if you can write it down for yourself, if I can write it down on my clipboard for you, whatever works. So I'll make sure we keep an eye out for that on the next trip and make that announcement before everyone gets off the bus. Okay,
Okay. Is Crystal around?
I have 2 more questions on here.
I think
Really
we're
quickly.
gonna wait till after the
That's
Crystal
fine.
presents.
Crystal, are you
I'll save the
online?
questions. Well, if she's not there, just continue with the questions.
I'm here. What do you?
You gotta mute yourself. We can see you though.
No, I said I'm here. What's the question?
Good.
Updates, please.
Oh, okay. So no major updates. No major updates, but as you know, we are going to move back into our dine-in service, and I do want to apologize that we could not do that this month, but for those of you who have been coming in, you know that Jeffrey, there's only one person besides Jeffrey in the kitchen. So we're hoping for July, and we will most likely have our 4th of July barbecue. So I know that's going to be something exciting, and it's not going to be as healthy as I would like it, but I will allow barbecue for one. We'll have all the trimming. So that's going to be, like I said, that's for me, it's exciting news. We do have a new kitchen team starting in the next couple of weeks. So I'm sure everyone is going to let me know their thoughts on the new team's cooking. But I know how much you love Jeffrey cooking. It's time for Jeffrey to start doing other things and start, just having his team do the preparations, and he's observing and making sure everyone does what they're supposed to do. But, Jeffrey's been here like 13 years, and I told him it's time to step away from the pots and let other people step in. No, unfortunately, no. Breakfast is not, we're not funded for breakfast. We're only funded for lunch. So we're only going to have lunch. But hopefully we'll start getting some dollars coming in, and we'll get some private funder and some wealthy person that says, you know what, Crystal, we want to donate to the Isaac Center. We're going to give you millions of dollars to serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then absolutely, if we have that, I'll serve you whatever it is that you guys want. Okay, and then in the fall, that we're going to have our food and nutrition committee meeting starting up again. So looking forward again, we'll start reviewing the menu, have some tasting days once we're fully staffed, and we're good to go. Any questions for me? If not, thank you all as much. You know how much I love you and appreciate you. You know where to find me, email me, call me, and the surveys, please. I don't want to keep wasting paper. If I print the surveys, I want you to please complete the surveys, because that lets me know, that lets the team know, yes, I liked it. No, I didn't like it. No, I don't like it with rice. I prefer it with potatoes. We're cooking for you. Remember, I'm here for you. The team is here for you. So if you don't give us your feedback, then don't complain, because you didn't say anything. Bye.
So the surveys are usually up here by the coffee stand or at the grab and go table. If there are ever, if for any reason you don't see them, just let me or Amanda know, and we'll make sure we get some printed and put out.
And how frequently, they're just ongoing?
Yeah, they're not like a particular survey. It's literally like a daily survey you can fill out. You can fill it out every single time you get lunch. But I'll make sure we get some printed, good stock up front.
I think we should go back to the questions that are about to be asked before Crystal got on, please.
Okay, so let's get Elon Musk to donate lots of money. Oh, I'm recording this meeting, so I will be sending out the recording. I really encourage you guys all to make sure you're checking your emails frequently, because that's usually how I'm updating about trips, about upcoming events, if there's any schedule changes. I make a monthly calendar, but I can only make it so far in advance. If people, cancel things, if people want to come and present things, or we start up a new class in the middle of the month, it may not be on your monthly calendar. So try to check if you're getting my emails, please make sure you're checking them regularly. If not, I try to update people when I see them in person. So just, try to keep up with that. There was a question about who comes on the trips. It's usually staff. So far, it's been me. The next trip we have to the Spirit of New York cruise, we have the very popular Albert and Cosme coming with us. So that'll be fun. Is there any other questions? Go ahead, Carol. You gotta unmute yourself. You have to unmute yourself.
With the COVID testing, do we go anywhere and we bring you the results? Is that how it is done?
You can
go to any place to get you can get, if you want to get a PCR, that's even better, but if you don't
What's
have,
a PCR? I don't even know what a PCR is.
it usually takes like a day, but the rapid is usually like 15 to 30 minutes. But we also will accept at-home tests. So if you take an at-home test and you take a picture of your results, I can also accept that.
Oh, okay.
If any,
But how many days in advance again? Do you need it before a trip? Is it 2 days or 1 day?
so the reason why I say rapid is I would prefer to get the result either the day before or the day of the test. I mean, of the trip. So this way we're getting as accurate of a result as possible, because sometimes people, they test 2 days before the trip and, knock on wood, but things happen and, sometimes out of our control.
So you needed at least a minimum of 1 day in advance.
Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of pushing for the rapid test, because it's the easiest one to get.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Go ahead,
I have a
Vera.
question. Yeah, we have another trip coming up on the 20th, but we're closed on the
It's the 21st.
the 21st, but you're closed on the 20th. So you're saying that it's okay to bring the rapid test the day of, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can take it on Monday and take a picture of it and bring in the picture of it. That is preferred, so we don't have to wait the 15, 20 minutes while you're here for the results, but it's,
Okay.
thank you. Don't kill me, Lorraine, but I forgot about one important update, asphalt green. So I have one more update that I completely forgot about, and this is gonna be a popular one. So please pay attention because I'm gonna be going over the asphalt green lottery. Woo. So a lot of people have been asking me about this. The asphalt green lottery, basically it's a program that Asphalt Green and Isaac started in partnership to provide free or reduced price memberships to members. The free one is obviously free. The reduced price one is $52.50 a month. So it's a little pricey, but it's a lot less pricey than the regular membership. So I'm just gonna go through the policies and process. So this is available to new members who have not already had the membership. We have records of these things. So if you used to have the membership, we're basically starting from scratch. So if you used to have the membership, you couldn't go after the pandemic, you're welcome to apply again. The financials, the amount of spots that we have to offer is based on how active people are. Right now, we have about 20 slots that we have to offer. It's gonna be by lottery, so it's gonna be at random that we choose the applications and accept people to the program, granted they meet the eligibility criteria. You have to be an active member, you have to be registered as a member for a year at Isaacs, and you have to be an active member. What that means is coming to programming at least 4 times a month. So that's online or in person. It can include grab and go. It can include coming to a social work walk-in. The idea is that you're actually participating and not just doing it just to get the credit, but people. Yeah. So, and you come for grab and go. Yeah. So if you volunteer, that's also an option, and that also counts as participation. And you also have to attend Asphalt Green 4 times a month. So that could be 4 times in 1 week, that could be once a week, that could be 2 times in 1 week, 2 times at the end of the month. But it has to be four units of participation here and 4 swipe-ins at Asphalt Green. The award criteria, there is an eligibility criteria. So it's either free memberships will be awarded either to people who receive Medicaid benefits, SNAP, so food stamps, SSI benefits, just SSI, or live in Isaacs or Holmes Towers. If you do not meet these requirements, you can still receive financial assistance based on your annual income. For a one-person household, you can get 100%, you can get the full financial assistance if your annual income was $38,640 or less, and the list goes on. So I'm gonna be emailing this information. It's gonna be in the lobby. It's a lot of information to process all at once, so I don't want you to like have to soak it in and ask me a bunch of questions. You will get the physical policy update, and we'll also have it in the lobby for anyone who wants it, along with the application. My hope is by next membership meeting, all those people that we have chosen will be enrolled. So you have, sorry, let me just pull up my calendar. The last date to submit applications will be the 29th of June.
Where to get applications?
The applications will be at the front desk. You can ask Amanda for an application. The policies will be out in one of the slots with the flyers, as well as posted up on the main information board.
And what's the program that they offer?
So they offer the gym member access to the gym. So yeah, it includes the pool, it includes some of the classes, it includes the workout equipment.
And we can choose what we want.
So sorry, I know there's a lot of updates for me.
Okay,
Remember, there's a request to repeat the 4 times a month membership requirement.
So in order to maintain your free or reduced price membership, you must come to the center 4 times a month. That can include meeting with a social worker. That can include coming for a meal. That can include coming for a class. And it also can include online programming
and volunteering.
and volunteering.
There's been a lot of requests for this kind of incentivizing things that are sort of extras. And as we get things like tickets or special trips that have a lot of demand, as Jim was talking about, this is the kind of incentivizing we'll do. So folks that come often, that come for meals, come to see the social work team, come to program, you'll have a more of an opportunity to get access to these things by doing that. So the more active a member you are, the more opportunity. If that makes sense.
Oh, yes, is Henry around to do the facilities update?
Henry?
Hi, everyone. So there's not too many, not too much updates on my end. I'm sure as everyone has heard already that I have transitioned into the role of the site director. So I'll be overseeing the entire Stanley Isaacs as well as the center on the west side. As far as any other great updates besides that, we just have the primary elections that's coming up. And overall, I just want to take the time to say that, I'm really looking forward to working with, each and every one of you more in depth as more and more of you are starting to come back out, especially as the summer approaches. So if you see anything out of the ordinary, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. So that way we can fix it and make it better together as a whole. So thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to give a quick update on the bathroom and the plan for post construction?
Yes, so currently the bathrooms, unfortunately, the bathrooms should have been completed. But NYCHA is in the process of working on speeding up the process. So we are anticipating that the men's bathroom will be complete, hopefully no later than next week. That is the earliest update that I got from earlier today. So hopefully, if everything works out, we should be starting on the women's bathroom within a week or two. So hopefully it works out because I know it's been a long time. Bathrooms are going to be looking good. You know, we'll continue to progress it from there.
We'll be having we will keep the men's restroom as the public restroom for the women, since there are more women that are coming into the building at a time. We only have 2 additional restrooms. So sometimes that limits usage. So once the men's restroom opens back up, it will be the women's restroom until the women's construction is done. And then you'll all have your bathrooms. The women, have no fear. You guys are christening the brand new bathroom. So I just wanted to give everyone the heads up. We're gonna put messaging. I know it's getting kind of confusing because the bathrooms are out of order today. You know, it's a little bit of a scramble, but we're all just trying to make do. And then fingers crossed, this will all be a thing we can laugh about in 6 months, knock on wood.
Do they have stalls?
Yeah.
You can't use those.
Yeah. I mean, you can try, but there are stalls.
No, that would not work, but they do have stalls.
Yes, there are stalls. All right, thank you, Henry.
Nothing else, we're gonna wrap up now. Like I said at the beginning, thank you so much for attending this meeting. And I hope to see you all in September 7th. And before we completely adjourn the meeting, I would like to bring forth our past president, Gloria King, to read us a poem.
Gloria King.
I'm here.
Gloria, you muted.
I don't know. Am I muted?
Other Gloria. Gloria King, you on?
She is here, but she's muted.
Are you speaking to this Gloria or the other Gloria?
The other Gloria.
Okay, all right.
Gloria, there you go, Gloria.
Okay. Just give me a second. Because I didn't get a call, and so I really didn't know that I was going to be asked. Okay, give me a second. Let me find something quickly here. Why didn't you call me?
I just forgot, you know, tomorrow's my birthday, I'm very getting up in age and I finally earned the right to forget.
While you're looking, I'm just gonna see if anyone has any other questions before.
Yes, that's good. So I can go, so I can find what it was that I had. Okay, I'll be right back.
No problem.
I could go one more update that I was just thinking. So just to probably, we were talking about surveys, you know, doing a survey about food. There's going to be a number of surveys and what we call needs assessments coming up that are going to be overseen by Alberto and the community engagement team in part, and actually part in Justina and the community engagement team on the youth side. So you'll hear more about that, and there'll be some incentives to participate, some focus groups and some surveys. And what that really is going to do is going to be to design program around what it is the community wants and needs. So there's some funding and some program outlines happening now. So you'll see that throughout the summer and fall. And if you, we encourage everybody to participate, to weigh in on those things. And we'll be able to share, by the time we get back from the summer break from these meetings, we'll be able to share a lot more details of what those look like. But it's exciting. I mean, should it really inform decision-making for us?
We have a question, couple questions.
I think Linda was about to ask a question and then I can go.
But when it comes to those surveys and things, I noticed that the huge table has been removed, so usually people go there to look for information.
So we're limited back to those 2 stands just because of the construction. It's very congested. So after the construction is done, we'll revisit getting maybe a smaller table so it's not taking up so much space in the lobby. But we have those stands next to the thermometer, the standing thermometer, and we have one right next to the information board. And if you have any questions or need any additional information, we can always print stuff out for you. Yeah.
These surveys and things that we don't know. And the second question is, as busy as you are, that you're getting help? assistance?
Yeah, I'm working on hiring someone, so. Jesse?
Are we gonna get any, coupons for the farmer's market?
Yeah,
For the summer months?
So unfortunately, I don't know why they start that program so late in the year, but I usually don't hear from them until August. But I know they used to do it earlier before, but yeah, but since I've been here, every year that I've done it, they emailed me in August, but I'm gonna reach out to them this week and see if I can get my hands on them earlier this year. And I will get back to you as soon as I hear back. I know a couple people have been asking about that, so I didn't forget about you guys. I will send emails, do robocalls, and let you know once I have more information.
Okay, before I say whatever it is that I was going to say, was there any mention or any update about Star Lake Lodge? Star Lake Lodge?
Yeah, after we finish June, I will get information to everyone on Star Lake Lodge.
Okay.
Star Lake, the trip.
But it is happening, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Ready for me?
I have three more.
Okay, so,
I got 3 more questions and then you can go ahead, okay?
okay.
Thank you.
I mentioned or I asked Lorraine recently about what the center is doing to reach out to members that we have not seen here. He could not go.
I'm working on a script, I promise. My deadline is tomorrow for myself to finish the script. I already have volunteers who are eager to start the wellness calls. As you heard, Aaron will also be doing the needs assessment. So start getting lots of calls again from Stanley, so. Leroy, did you have a question? Okay, Elsa?
Yeah, Mike, I have 2 questions. One is for Alpha Green. When we going to start to get the application to fill it up?
So you can grab an application today in the lobby.
Okay.
And it will be due the 24th.
Give it to Amanda.
Yeah.
Okay. The second one for the trip. You explained to me last time is about the trip is special is for the people for non-residents, people that live around here.
So there are certain trips that are NORC trips, and there are certain trips that are senior center trips.
So it's 2 buses or
Not so something that was a little bit different that we were able to do towards the end of this year is do NORC and senior center buses for 1 trip, or do 2 buses, both senior center. I would like to do that more this year because it's always nice. It's nice to be able to provide more people the option to go on trips. But that's not always the case. But what my intent of sharing what the NORC trip is because we do have people who haven't been here in the past, may have forgotten. The reason why we have NORC specific buses is we have certain like contractual obligations they have to fill to provide NORC trips. So that's
we can sign and the waiting list in case that at the last minute somebody
So
say,
we-
I cannot go?
Yeah, so in the past, what we've done is we have created a wait list for people who are senior center members who may be interested in the North trip. It does not guarantee that you'll get a spot on the trip. If we fill up the North bus, we fill up the North bus. But if we have the space, then we're gonna fill it because we want to make sure that people, if we have the space to provide that opportunity. We did for all of these trips that we just had in the past few weeks, or coming up rather, the wait lists are long. So there may be times where we have to cut off the wait list because it makes no sense to keep taking names after 30 slots if at that point we only have 5 slots left on the bus. So just be mindful of that. Try to be patient. I know it can be frustrating, but Amanda's also doing her best up there. So I know it can be kind of frustrating to hear, but it's not her fault if the list is long. So
Point of information, it was asked about asphalt being, when the applications were supposed to be in, and you told us 24th, and I understand it as 29th.
Yeah, you said that 29.
oh, sorry, the 29th.
June 29th, the last, the. due
Yeah.
date.
Hold on, let me. June 29th is the last Wednesday of the month. That's why I picked it. Sorry, last Wednesday of the month, June 29th. All
I
right,
think, Gloria, you can start now, please.
Are you ready?
yes.
Okay, this is called Lessons in Life. As we grow older, real beauty travels from the face to the heart. Appeals turn to charm, hurt to wisdom, and great moments to shared memories. The true beauty of life is not how happy you are now, but how happy others are because of you. That's a nice thought to take with you as you begin the summer. And as we are growing older, it's a lot for us to consider. So all my best to you.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you.
Beautiful, Gloria, beautiful.
Okay, thanks, Anna.
Until September 7th, Gloria.
Huh?
Great summer.
Until September 7th.
Have a great summer.
Have a great
And for
summer.
everybody else too.
Right,
Enjoy
you
some
guys too.
cultural events that you can.
All righty, everyone. That's the meeting. That's a wrap. Thank you, everyone.
And thank you, Gemma,
Thank you, Dana.
As always.
Bye.
as always.
Always a pleasure.